This is our battery technology monthly look at what we think have been the biggest stories of the preceding month. But because we didn't get around to it in December, we are allowing the team to reach back to December stories if appropriate. So uh, with that in mind, we'll still call it what we've been calling it. But in any case, welcome back to Charlie Parker of Ratel Consulting. Happy New Year, Charlie.
Happy New Year, Mike.
And to my partner in crime, Maria Guerra, who is our senior editor here at Battery Technology. Good to see you. And
Good to see you too.
And I'm Mike Anderson, the editor in chief of Battery Technology. So Charlie lost the toss, so he'll go first.
Okay, thanks, Mike. And the story I'm choosing is a good end of month and end of year. The release of the Bloomberg New Energy Finance lithium-ion battery price survey. In management consulting, we have a saying called coming down the mountain, a clear reference to Moses descending from Sinai with 2 stone tablets. If there are 10 commandments in the battery industry, the Bloomberg New Energy Finance lithium-ion battery price survey is one of them. The BNEF survey is one of the most closely watched annual analyses, providing comprehensive view on how lithium-ion battery costs are evolving globally. At its core, BNEF's methodology aggregates volume-weighted price data from manufacturers, suppliers, and market channels across multiple end-user segments. It includes electric vehicles, stationary, and other applications to derive real-world average prices for both cells and complete packs. The survey also breaks these prices down by chemistry type, geography, and application, giving a nuanced view of the market dynamics rather than a single monolithic figure. In 2025 edition, BNEF found that average worldwide lithium battery pack price fell to about $108 per kilowatt hour. That's an 8% decrease from last year, a roughly 93% decrease from 2010. This is notable because it occurred even as key battery metal prices such as lithium and cobalt increased over the same period. The fact that metal cost inflation did not push prices back up reflect the industry's growing ability to absorb supply chain shocks through greater adoption of lower cost chemistries like LFP, long-term contracts, hedging strategies, and manufacturing scale efficiencies. So understanding these trends is important for several reasons. Battery costs remain one of the largest determinants to the total cost of electric vehicles and stationary energy storage systems. Continued declines help accelerate adoption, period. Chemistry shifts. So the rising share of LFP, which is now at 65% globally, according to Volta Foundation's newest battery report, this is lower cost than nickel-rich chemistries, and it's really reshaping supply chains and competitive dynamics globally. And lastly, the regional dynamics. There's significant regional cost differences with China. Prices typically lower than North America and Europe highlight the role of production capacity, policy, and supply chain structure. So the big takeaway is clear. Even in a period of rising raw material costs, structural factors like scale, competition, and chemistry innovation continue to drive battery cost deflation, which underpins broader electrification and energy transition economics. So, and that's it. Hand it back to
This is good news. This is good news, right? So no matter how many things seem to be working against it, the growth of electrification is continuing. And so yeah, we'll put a link into our report here to the Bloomberg NEF report. So yeah, thank you for that, Charlie. All right, Maria, what do you got?
Okay, let me share my screen first.
There we are.
There. Yeah, I just wanted to share this news coming from China regarding electric vehicle battery recycling. They recently announced these digital IDs for electric vehicle battery traceability. They are basically a digital ID tag that is going to be linked to a battery unique code in order to trace a battery from production to recycling. It sounds very similar to what we have heard from the European battery passports. The Chinese battery makers are not new for this. They, in fact, CATL, one of the biggest Chinese battery manufacturer, was part of the one of the pilot programs for the European battery passport last year or the year before. They also, oh yeah, okay. So China is expecting to recycle 1 million tons of electric vehicle batteries by 2030. So this means they need to get ready to have a safe and efficient recycling system. They also made two other announcements. They want to avoid the illegal dismantling of electrical vehicle batteries. So they're mandating that batteries must be scrapped together with the respective vehicles. Offenders who fail to comply with face fines up to $7,000, detention, or even the revocation of business licenses. The other announcement they're making is that they're discouraging the use of the reuse of old batteries for purposes other than the original intent, such as powering electric scooters. And this, and that's pretty much it. I think this announcement by China, it's really showing that they want to commit to a circular economy and to a sustainability for the electric vehicle industry.
Excellent, excellent. Exploring the distinctions between what they're doing and what the battery passport in Europe proposes is time well spent. And you mentioned a lot about how it was the battery end of things, but like with the battery passport, it's also very significant for the beginning of life things because it shows where the
Yes.
supply came from, you know, and in Europe, there's a lot of the discussion is about making sure that that battery materials aren't coming from child slave labor, say.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're meeting that. And I also remember that CATL was one of the very first companies to say battery passport. Yeah, we can do that, you know, early on. So they are very much into into the international game here. So fascinating. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you. All right, and then we go back over to me, and what I thought I would share is a new survey result, another end of year, beginning of year survey that shows consumer interest in EVs is continuing its decline. I'll scroll down here a little bit. This is the second year in a row when they found that declining consumer interest has fallen in 2024. It was 34% of consumers intended to make their next car purchase an EV, down from 48 the previous year. Well, now that is down further, down to 14%. And then 14% of consumers planning to make an EV purchase and 16% looking for hybrid electric. So that is just another sign that the EV excitement of a few years ago has certainly slowed down. We've talked a lot about why it is slowing down, and have also talked about how it may be slowing down, but it's still happening, and it will continue to happen. But this just kind of underlines the point that people don't feel they're ready because they don't feel the industry is ready. They point out three top concerns here. 29% cite range anxiety as a top concern. 28% highlight the lack of charging infrastructure, and 28% talk to high battery replacement cost. I suspect that overall cost is pretty is a factor too. So that's these are not new things, right? When you ask people who drove ICE vehicles, I should not use that word in this context this month. Internal combustion engine vehicles, they and why they're not interested in EVs. These are the types of concerns that are always discussed, right? And the good news is that range anxiety, because of technology, will go down when these newer batteries that have higher range are being mass produced and are made affordable. So, the long-term trend, I think, is still going to be good. The future is good. The present, well, we do what we can. So that's pretty much all I had today for this, and I think we're off to a good start. And thank you all for joining us and following us out there. And Charlie and Maria, thanks a lot. We'll do this again in February, and I wish you all a fine afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.